triumph. Federal government may seek advanced repatriation after Finland's 6-year jail term. We have two writers to that particular story. And once there is a government will take further action after judgment review. AGF ruling warning to extremist information minister. Emeka, I love us to take a part on this story. What's your take that finally Finland has done what it should do? What's your take on this?
Well, thank you very much. The ruling scheme is a welcome development, although, well, I noticed that a lot of Nigerians have reservations with the fact that the ruling didn't go as expected. People had expected, owing to the gravity of the allegations against Simon Ekpa, people had expected maybe something like life imprisonment, I mean, a tougher prison sentence, but well, be that as it may, at least he is going to do time for his horrible, activities, against Nigerians. I mean, because the way he, stirred up violence, extremism, terrorism, in this country, it led to loss of lives. People were just killed, for no reason. And then at the end of the day, the same fellow so heartlessly said that he was a content creator. So killing people was content. I mean, inciting people to go and kill others was content. That's horrible. But you see, the other thing in it is this one. The sentence is not 6 years like has been widely reported. The terms run concurrently.
So what does that mean?
I think it's just about maybe 3 years or something. And he has spent 9 months already in custody. So he may just be out within maybe around 2 years or something. I mean, if prison counts for about 9 months or so. So having spent 9 months already in custody, that has counted for 1 year. And the terms run concurrently. So maybe within 2 years or maybe under 2 years he'll be out. But the lesson, and then the other thing is that, the other thing there is this. Finland also supports the PKK rebels of Turkey. Finland does not actually criminalize, does not ordinarily criminalize dissent.
In their home country, that is. You mean in their home country?
Yes. Even in the EU, dissent is not criminalized. Because if you also look at the history of Finland, you will see some form of, dissent in it. I won't go into that right now because of time. But what Simon actually went into, if he was just within the realms of, maybe provoking public discourse, dissent and all of that, Finland wouldn't really have done anything against it. That's why you thought it took them a long time. But by the time they were not confronted with evidence of things he had got involved in that directly instigated violence, that was when they now decided to act. I mean, he denied calling himself Prime Minister of Biafra government in exile. But the evidence was presented.
Yeah.
Then the statements he had made, the comments he had made, all of these things were presented, and other meetings, physical meetings, physical meetings he had with people who came from other countries, the meetings he had, physical meetings he had in some other countries, and the statements he made at those meetings. So those ones now showed, that yes, by his action, by his utterances, he went beyond the ken of dissent, the ken of dissent to instigating violence, terrorism, and extremism. And of course, the EU criminalizes that. So just to look at it, within to contextualize issues. So I mean, what they have done is really welcome and is salutary. And well, we hope that other European countries and other in the Middle East, in Asia will also deal with Nigerians, and not just Nigerians, with foreigners whose activities, whose utterances directly instigate, we are talking about Nigeria, Nigerians whose activities, whose actions, whose utterances directly instigate violence and extremism, killings in Nigeria. And it's not just about Simon. Remember some years ago, the United Arab Emirates jailed some Nigerians who were, accused of laundering funds for Boko Haram. And then you note the international links of ISWAP. Then the other day now, this Al-Shabaab operating in Kenya, 5 men who are accused of being behind the killings, the killings of people 5 years ago at Francis Catholic Church in Ondo Town, in Ondo State. They were said to belong to Al-Shabaab. So those international networks, I think the international community should help Nigeria to deal with those, foreign links, deal with their source of financing, deal with their networks, deal with themselves wherever they are, And I think, and then if there are collaborators, within Nigeria, make sure that such people are denied visas, make sure that such people are exposed, arrested and prosecuted. I think that will be those actions will greatly help in dealing with insecurity in Nigeria. Thank you.
All right, that's beautiful. You said it's a welcome development. To some people it is, to others it might not be, especially those and many who are sympathetic to the cause of Simon Ekpa. Mr. Lennon, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you.
All right, beautiful. Yes, so I would love you to continue this discussion from the perspective of activism. What Simon Ekpa started was activism and wanting to bring forward a cause that he felt that was germane and important. Unfortunately, activism went into terrorism. You are an activist yourself. When is activism too much for the person who is in charge of it? Are you there, Lenin? Mr. Lenin, are you there? Okay, I think we're having a little bit of a glitch there because I wanted to ask him, as an activist himself, I just wanted to have his view on when is activism, getting beyond the boundary of activism, which has led the Simon Ekpa, to the despicable situation he's been in. Are you still there, Lenin? I think we are losing you right now. You're not audible enough. Okay, well, can you hear me now? We actually can get you to the other one is really breaking. Can you hear me very well now? Can you hear me? still having a little bit of a glitch there. I don't know if you can hear me really. So my question basically is, can you hear me, Lennon? Can you hear me? Oh, okay. So while we're trying to bring back Michael Lennon to the show, because it's very important that this question gets answered. But I have to till there. Michael Lennon, if you would recollect, is one of the members of the NBAD governance forum or party that were there to ensure that bad governance wasn't what should be practiced in Nigeria. He is an activist himself, and I wanted to ask him what he felt about when activism becomes too much and possibly transition into terrorism. I do not know what you think about that, Emeka.
Yeah, I think honestly, it would be unfair to Michael Lenin and genuine activists, genuine comrades, to group them together with a despicable character like Simon Ekpa. I will really plead for that distinction to be made. These are genuine compatriots, who organized the NBAD government protests. These are genuine, patriots. They wanted, bad governance to end. And of course, they went about it, as decent, protests. Yes, which the constitution allows. All over the world, protests are allowed. But Samuneba exploited a loophole, the loophole that arose when Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, when he was rendition from Kenya to Nigeria in 23, I think June 2021. So Samuneba now went on, a disastrous voyage. So I wouldn't, of course, put such a criminal. This guy was just a criminal. I mean, look at his activity. The Nigerian government has unfairly appropriated to itself, the efforts that were made that resulted to Samunepa's arrest, prosecution, and eventual conviction. Do you remember that there was a time the Finnish police authorities actually asked people to send in petitions, that they would, for them to look into, and then now take a decision on whether to arrest him. There was a time that happened.
Yeah.
It happened, and thousands of Nigerians responded to that petition because they provided an email. Thousands of Nigerians responded to that call. They sent in petition, and it was on the basis of that that they now joined the request from the Nigerian government, together to begin prosecution. Remember, the Nigerian government was actually asking for his repatriation to Nigeria to face trial. And his lawyer said no, that he will be denied a fair hearing. So we have to make a distinction, in this thing, so that, we don't lose the true story, in the course of, reacting emotionally. Simon Ekpa's issue, actually brings us to the point that, sober reflection. Was he acting alone? Because there have been claims that some Nigerian politicians, some wealthy Nigerians were actually behind some of these activities. And that some of these activities were used to, further money laundering, trafficking in human organs, and some other heinous crimes. But these have been apparently swept under the carpet, in the euphoria that, he has been convicted. But I hope it will become necessary to look into those other areas. Because this thing, you saw some days ago, I think the UN gave the number of Nigerians missing, about 23,000 plus missing. So you can imagine, how did these people disappear? Where did they disappear to? 23,000 people? That's a huge number. Too many Nigerians are missing. How are they missing? Where are they? Have they fallen victim of human trafficking, of organ trafficking, of organ traffickers? Have they fallen victim to human traffickers? Or are they being held in conditions, in inhospitable conditions against their will without trial? So these are things that should provoke continuous, discussions so that we can have a decent society where the likes of Simon Ekpa will not find accommodation. Thank you.
Very, very true. It's very important that we distinct the difference and, of course, make it known. When people are dissent and campaigning for just cause, like we saw in South Africa with Nelson Mandela, who was there and acting and asking for a peaceful demonstration. Today, South Africa is doing well, is reaping from the dividends of what Nelson Mandela has brought on the table, rather than having it become violent and not so good. Lenin, are you there? I don't know if he's there. Are you there, Mr. Lenin? Okay, I think he is still not available for us. But then let's take a look at other matters.
No.
Still, can you hear me? Your line is breaking. Seriously.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. I just hope that this line will not break any longer. Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, beautiful. So just before we move on to the next story, I wanted your take on my question. If you didn't get it, I'd love to repeat it again. And the question is, when is activism, too much of activism, that it possibly transitions to what we see with Simon Ekpa?
Well, thank you very much. I heard the answer provided by Mr. Shikwenika, and I think he made a correct and clear point, on which I would just have to reiterate. I think this is also very important, and I would like to, by coincidence, today, September 2nd, makes it a year that myself and about 9 other Nigerians were arraigned in court for charges of treason and terrorism. So the question there becomes very important. For a kind of something like this, that is activism different from terrorism? For me, like totally, at what point do we draw the line between activism and terrorism? But I don't think there's any line really, because the methods and programs and activities of activists or people who are social crusaders are very clear. Unlike people who are in a way making rhetoric or even directly involved in terrorist activities, which is why, despite after a year, the government has not even been able to nail us with any evidence of being involved in any terrorist act. Unlike people like Afan, where you can find evidences even in their rhetoric. But for us, despite those charges being made against us, the government still could not even bring that, even the slightest of any evidence against us. Also that clearly, the right to defense is clearly different from terrorism, and the government should not try and, in a way, charge activists with, in a way, or give us label to activists, because in a way, it tends to undermine what terrorism really is. Because today, the government does any activist who are listening to the government, you tend to be charged with other treason, terrorism, mutiny, or terror charges. These are very big offenses. If I do just trivialize them, because you have to shoot activists and then you must punish them, and then you tend to trivialize these terrible offenses like treason, like terrorism. So I think the like I said is clear. And Nigerians, some of those activists, all of us, we all have the right to dissent. We all have the right to our own opinion, and we also have the right to peacefully assemble in protest or any other method to fight is peaceful. And this has been the method of many of us who are activists. So we are clearly, of course, different from people who engage in terrorist activities.
All right, beautiful. I am very equally so excited that with the new Cybercrime Act that has been amended and repurposed, I just hope that that will not be a conduit for the government to further exacerbate their holding down of dissent in one way or another in the form of treason and terrorism. Most definitely. And Lennon, I would still love to continue with you on this particular matter, but on another story this time around. Nigerian embassy is hit by unpaid rent, salary, and arrears. It's 3 years down the line. Very soon, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be gone with the first term of his administration, and yet no country in the world where Nigeria has embassies do have ambassadors there. And right now, to worsen the situation, the embassy is available. The federal government can't pay rents and equally cannot pay salaries. Do you think President Bola Ahmed Tinubu understands why diplomatic issues should be taken seriously?
Yes, I think, thank you very much. What we have here is the global environment to the country. Because if you look at even many of the countries, the third world countries like Nigeria, I doubt if there's any country that is faced with this kind of situation. And for that, is not to say that once you have ambassadors in a way, it automatically aid diplomatic relation between countries. No, it does not. But they are one of the things that you expect of a nation that is organized and has responsible leadership. At least to be able to, in a way, it reflects the nature of seriousness of the government in charge. Because in a way, our embassies in other countries are like our hosts here. There are people who represent us, who in a way, which reflect what our nation is like in other countries. So, because it's the first point of call if you relate with Nigeria, or if you're a Nigerian in other countries and you have issues, your first point of call will be your embassy. Your first point of call will be to go to your embassy. So and this is a country where we have many Nigerians scattered almost in every part of the world. These are unlike many other countries. They are